Cowherd, all of this is making me believe LeBron may stay in Cleveland.
No.
What do you think?
I think the opposite. Listen, man, all of us work our entire lives to have options. He's in year 15. Lakers want him, and Houston wants him, and the Spurs want him, and the Knicks want him, and Philly wants him. Those are just the good teams.
Keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm just naming the
good.
good teams. Minnesota would take him, and Utah would take him. It's like you work your whole life. This is a guy that's always sought the best available option. He's never had this many options. Outside of Golden State, the whole league would take him, and he could be a challenger for a title tomorrow. I don't get staying.
He's 44-8 in the Eastern Conference since returning to Cleveland. He looks like he's headed towards the NBA Finals. What's so bad? What's the matter with Cleveland? Go to LA and face Houston and Golden State just to get into the NBA Finals? You can get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. He has things on lock in Cleveland. He gets to run the franchise the way that he wants. His value's never been higher. Dan Gilbert is going to acquiesce. They may go out and get him another piece in Cleveland. Why leave?
I'm with you. I've been saying it since all this whole mess started. LeBron the Lakers, LeBron the Clippers, LeBron here, LeBron there. Why leave? Like, you have do everything that you ask. No matter what your relationship is with the owner, they do whatever. So why would you mess with that? You know what I'm saying? They go and get whoever. Okay, the thing didn't work with Isiah Thomas to trade. What do? Listen, man, I need y'all to do this. Blow the team up. Now you're going to the Eastern Conference Finals with doing it your way. Like you said, going into the West or another team, it makes no sense unless you're going to the Knicks right now. You know, with Fizdale, but I can't see him leaving, man, because everything is laid out for you to be successful in the East. And if you're about winning championships, it's all the easiest thing that you're saying, smarter, not harder, right?
Right.
Why go to the West? That's harder.
I'm from Cleveland, so I would like nothing more than LeBron to stay there and finish his career there. But if this season plays out the way we all, let's be honest, think it's going to, they get to the finals and they get bashed 4-0, 4-1 by Golden State, even if he wants to stay, if his goal is winning more championships, I hate to say it, I almost think he has to leave. Now, I agree, I don't think going to the Lakers or going to the West is the place to go, because you got to battle with Houston and Golden State and all them. And if you go to Houston, you don't know how that's going to fit. I think Philly is the place to go if he's going to leave. Because I think last night you saw Ben Simmons playing off the ball and actually being effective with T.J. McConnell in there. And LeBron, I'm told, wants to play off the ball, so he let Simmons handle the rock. And remember, they stay in the East, Kenyon. So I get staying in the East. But with Embiid and Simmons, I think they'd have a chance to win a championship.
But I think that him going to Philly stunts Ben Simmons' growth.
Even if LeBron gets off the ball.
He's not capable of getting off the ball.
Look, I feel you. I've talked to some of the people close to him, and they say he wants to play off the ball. I get it, because your game is your game.
Want to?
I want to eat a salad every day, Chris. I want to eat a salad every day.
But hold on, we saw Chris Paul. Chris Paul has done it. Chris Paul has done it.
You compare Chris Paul to LeBron James.
I mean, he's got
way
off the ball.
different. It's way different, man. It's a way different aspect.
I do feel that. I get that. But I'm just saying, if he's willing to play off the ball,
I think
it's a no-brainer.
You're right. Explain this to me, because I legitimately don't know.
Cleveland can't win it.
I legitimately don't know. Explain this to me.
You don't think
Cleveland can't add a piece during the offseason? They can't make any moves?
Their assets will be Kevin Love and that top draft.
If they locked in how they were locked in them last 3 games,
they can beat Golden State?
I think so, man.
Okay, look.
I think so. I'm not saying it's going to, but the way they've been locked in the last 3 games, minus game 1 against Toronto, the way that they evolved from the Indiana series to this series, I think them guys know what they are now. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you that. Look, if they get to the finals, and obviously if they win it, or if they play them tough, like it's a tough 6 or 7, then stay. But if they get drilled, and remember last year they had Kyrie Irving and still got drilled.
He just told you, LeBron did. He's not giving up on these teammates and what he provides to a team. He believes anything is possible.
Well, let's see.
He's saying that.
Yeah.
He's proving it.
By the way, let's be honest.
But during the regular season, he's like, get us some help. He just knows right now it's no point saying that.
I think let's look at the East next year, Boston.
Yeah.
Forget Philly for a second. Kyrie, Tatum, Jalen, Horford, Gordon Hayward, Rozier. Okay, that's really close to Golden State.
And a great coach.
So you can say, you got two great teams. Doesn't matter where he plays. So why wouldn't he choose the best group of available players?
I think
You're not beating this unit.
Where is that?
Well, Philadelphia, Houston, Kawhi and him in San Antonio.
Not going to Houston. It'll be smarter move for Kawhi to leave San Antonio to get from under Pop to go play for somebody else. I can't. And LeBron going to the Lakers stunts Ingram's growth, Ball's growth, Kuzma's growth.
You don't mind stunting their growth. They might not be that good anyway.
No, but you don't. But you don't know though.
Why
you
couldn't
draft them
Kawhi
guys
Leonard end
2,
up in
3,
Cleveland?
2
Tell me why
in the
Kawhi
draft for a
Leonard
reason.
can't end up in
What can he
Cleveland.
give?
I don't
tell
see
you
why. I think he can.
If Pop's gonna trade Kawhi, he's probably gonna send him to the East, which is smart. Boston could put together a better offer than Cleveland.
Yes.
Cleveland could give, let's say, what's their best offer? Kevin Love
And a
and
draft
the
pick.
number 1 pick. Boston, if they want it, could offer Jayson Tatum and next year's Sacramento pick, which will be lottery.
Yes.
They could offer Kyrie Irving.
And if I'm Adam Silver, I finally do something David Stern like and stop that from happening. He would be the NBA. No, did they not do it with Chris Paul? Did they not?
That was weak too.
Do what's in
that
the
was
best
not.
interest
He
of
was the
league.
owner of the team at that point.
Do what's in the best interest of the league. LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard in Cleveland with that Boston team. That would be in the best interest of the NBA.
Well, yeah,
As
How about
fans,
LeBron in Philly? You don't think people would love to see? Because Philly, Kenyon, I think Philly, with all that length and LeBron James as a closer, finisher, they have some shooters. I think they could potentially beat Golden State.
Whitlock, should OKC trade Westbrook?
I think they should consider it.
Why a move for you?
Yeah, it's they should consider it. Look, this past season was a nightmare. On the other side, though, what are you going to get in Oklahoma City? You got a superstar, one of the best players in the league, sells tickets, plays hard. You know, he doesn't play smart, but he plays hard. He cares. You're going to be able to duplicate that in OKC? You know, this to me is Dominique Wilkins in Atlanta, Allen Iverson in Philadelphia. It's a good fit.
So you're just saying what I was. Last segment you got on me and you said,
I
what,
said
you're
they should
waving the
consider
white
it.
flag.
They should consider it. They should consider trading, depending on what they can get back for. But then I said I could also see holding on to him. He sells tickets and he plays.
By the way, didn't we all say, I've been tough on Westbrook for about 3 years, and you guys always push back. Even you, about a year ago, you were saying, okay, if Paul George leaves, you win the argument. He's about to leave. Like, when are we going to go, okay, some of this is a large dose of Westbrook. Dude is hard to play with. Like, can't we at some point, Harden, KD, Paul George, they're all leaving.
It ain't his fault.
Well, whose is it?
Who's making the decisions?
Well, but KD got recruited. He's like, I want to play with a team.
Well, that's fine. He made that decision, but it's not Russell's fault.
Wait, none of it is?
Not the players leaving.
Well, if Paul George leaves...
Was it Russell Westbrook checkbook that let James Harden leave or what?
Yeah,
okay, I'm not blaming him for that.
Let's mark it down here.
Kevin Durant walked. Paul George is going to walk.
Well, Paul George was traded there.
But he's going to walk.
Well, that's fine. It's his choice. But, like, people around the league, not in Oklahoma City, don't know what this man is about. Of course, that's their opinion. You know what I'm saying? They watch it from afar. They whispers and barbershop talk.
How many of them would be first in line to trade for him?
Let him come on my point, let him come on the block.
Yep.
First up.
8 of 11 playoff games.
Up.
8 of his 11 last playoff games lost. Not to the Warriors, not to LeBron, to first-round teams.
If Cleveland was in the West, they might be losing in the first round. I mean, that's how tough the West is.
With the LeBron James.
You cannot, no, you don't trade him. You said it. This is Allen Iverson in Philly. This is Dominique Wilkins in Atlanta. I'll even go Steve Nash in Phoenix, Chris Webber in Sacramento, Patrick Ewing in New York, Karl Malone and John Stockton in Utah. Did any of them win titles? No. He's not going to lead them to a title. But he is a superstar. He keeps you relevant. He will sell out the arena as long as he's there. The fans love him because he's one superstar who's embraced Oklahoma City. They'll still be on national television. You got to keep it. This is a business, too.
In one of the smallest markets in the NBA. relevant.
So you're
sell out night in,
You're
night
just
out.
signing up for we give up. We
So
can't.
should
No,
they
ain't
be?
nobody
Or,
giving
should
up.
you want to become Orlando or Phoenix or Detroit or Charlotte or some of these teams that have been in the lottery for a decade
Why
almost?
would you be if you could trade
Sacramento?
him and get 2 number ones and a good player?
That's no guarantee.
Guaranteeing on what?
Exactly.
You get good players.
Most lottery
Good.
picks are
He's
don't pan
great.
out.
Yeah, but if I can
So you're gonna trade good for great?
If I can get 3 goods for a rigid poor shooting guard,
who's
But
to
that's
say
a
they're
big
going?
if.
Who's to say they're going to be good?
Exactly. Most lottery picks
don't know.
don't pan out.
I'm saying.
But what we do know, I'm gonna defend Colin in
Thank
this
you.
regard. What we do know is that you ain't gonna win a whole lot with Westbrook, and
You don't know
other
that.
superstar players
Other people.
or
You
even
get him,
star
you get him a better
players.
coach.
Exactly.
You get him a better coach. Let's start there.
Yep.
Get him a better coach, somebody that understands him, somebody that can have a
Who's
real
that?
conversation.
Who's that?
A
His
former,
wife?
a former point guard player that he respects.
They got
That's
Mo
played this-
Cheeks on
Hold
the
on.
sideline.
Here's the thing. Kenyon,
He
if
ain't
you
never
wanna
seen Mo
shake it
Cheeks
up-
play basketball.
If you want to shake it up, start with Billy Donovan, not with
Saying,
Russell Westbrook.
That's who needs to go.
He has never had a coach who would tell him, Russ, we need. If Scotty Brooks didn't do it, Billy
can't.
Donovan didn't do
Scotty
it.
Brooks won Coach of the Year. Now, it's
Okay,
his fault.
coach
How's
of the
he
year
doing in
and
Washington?
coach of the year and being able to go to Russ and have a real conversation with him that Russ is going to respect, listen to, and go out and implement is 2 totally different
Are we
things.
sure he can do that? He kind of is a
I'm
rigid.
not saying it's going to be
I'm not saying
easy.
it, but the conversation.
That's
it
what
needs.
you try.
That's you got to try that.
Who is it?
A Mark Jackson. You go out
I
throw
like
a-
Mark Jackson.
throw
Mark
a-
Jackson,
a-
yep.
Chauncey Billups is my great friend. Throw a Chauncey Billups name in the mix. Give Chauncey a shot to go out and have a conversation with Russell Westbrook as his coach.
There you go. That's better than trading him.
That's better.
OKC
saying?
could go 20 years before they ever get anybody close to Russell Westbrook.
Kenyon
Seriously.
Huh?
Kenyon
I
won.
didn't think it was that great of an argument.
I
That was
like
great.
I like
He
the
hit
Billups,
it.
Mark Jackson. Kenyon won.
So tomorrow.
Well, I like Mark
you-
Jackson.
You need to go a whole different way tomorrow in the herd.